evening and welcome to Monday Devotions from the Lutheran Saints in Ministry. When I was a young child, there were so many things that I loved about Christmas. One thing would be the Christmas lights. I always enjoyed seeing all the different Christmas lights that people placed on their houses and on their Christmas trees. When our girls were younger and we would be making the trip to the grandparents' houses, often driving home in the dark, we made that long trips a little more enjoyable by oohing and ahhing at all the pretty Christmas lights. There's something about light shining in the darkness that sparks one's spirit and raises it up just a little bit. Listen now to these words from John chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being through him, and without him not one thing came into being. What has come into being in him was life, and the life was the light of all people. The light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. In a way, this is the Gospel of John's Christmas story. In John's Gospel, there's no story of Jesus' birth. John, the Gospel writer, links Jesus to the very beginning, the Genesis chapter 1 beginning. In the beginning was the Word, sounds a lot like Genesis 1, verses 1 through 3. In the beginning, when God created the heavens and the earth was a formless void, and darkness covered the face of the deep, while a wind from God swept over the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. In the beginning, God spoke, and creation happened. The gospel writer John connects the coming of Jesus with the creation of the world. The coming of Jesus is a new beginning. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And then the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not overcome it. The first 18 verses of the Gospel according to John bear witness to what Jesus Christ meant to a group of people who had come to know him. They saw in Jesus the uncreated light, the light of God, a light that they knew as the Word. Getting to know this Jesus was like seeing the dawn break over all of creation and in their life as a community. It was like being invaded with grace and truth and light and life. It was like coming to know God, to know the very heart of God by coming to know Jesus. That notion of light breaking into the darkness is a powerful image. When our girls were young, we took a family vacation to Mammoth Cave. On one of the tours, we entered a large cavernous room, and the guide prepared us for the darkness that we were about to encounter. And then all of a sudden, the lights were turned off. Nothing but sheer darkness. You can't even see your hand right in front of your face. And then the tour guide lit a match. And it's quite amazing how much light a single match can make in a dark room. There's another point about light from a match or a candle that I would like to show you. The flame of this candle does not cast a shadow. The light shines bright, and the darkness does not overcome it. Now, I know there are science-y words that describe and explain what's happening with the light, but I just think it's cool. The flame does not cast a shadow. And while we all know that matches and candles and light bulbs burn out eventually, John testifies to the light, that Jesus is the light of the world, and the light shines in the darkness, and no darkness can overcome it. How's that for a promise as this year draws to a close and a new year is about to dawn upon us? We'll be starting a new year soon, a new beginning, that while the world often seems like a very, very dark and hopeless place, the light of Jesus Christ cannot and will not be extinguished. And as Jesus people, this light shines in us, through us, and is reflected by us. We bear witness to this light, as people of faith have done from generation to generation, often through very dark and troubling times. These opening verses prepare us, the readers, to enter into this story of Jesus' life with an openness to this invasion from above. And it says that we become, through believing him, that we become children of the light. Dear people, may the light of Christ shine bright in your life to give you hope, and may it shine bright through your life to give hope to others. Thanks be to God. Amen.